Welcome to the Hoard, a podcast of all gems, gold, and trinkets a dragon desires, and all for the DeSoto Senior High School. I'm Emmalee.
And I'm Gwen.
And today we're talking about book reviews. We have 3 people picked out today: Ella Krepps, Cody Hunt, and Lorelei Dostie. The first book that got picked is Pretty Little Things by Julian Hoffman, chosen by Ella Krepps. It's a mystery thriller. It's about a cop who investigates child crimes, and he's investigating a serial killer. Also, his daughter is missing throughout the book. The serial killer is an online predator. It talks about how the criminal minds work, how a task force works on a child crime, and how the victim feels. Gabriella doesn't want to say too much about the book because she doesn't want to give it away, and she wants people to read it. She doesn't believe she knows. Gabriella doesn't want to say much about the book, giving away all of its details, because she wants others to read the book. She loves how the author tells the story and how it causes her to think about things when reading it, and she likes the plot and the characters, how they line up. She loves this book, and it's a fantastic book in her opinion. I'm like, she loves how the author changes the point of view of the characters. It causes her to think that she's like watching a movie, and she has had to put the book down a few times because it gave her a shook feeling that she never had before with other books that she usually reads. She recommends this book for others to read it because it can make you think about what can go on with other people's minds with why they do things that they do.
Well, the part that we did hear about, it honestly sounds pretty good. Love me a little mystery. Mystery movies and books are the best. So this sounds pretty good. If I could find it and I had the time and I actually gave the time to read a book, I'd definitely read this. What do you think?
I've never seen you read a book before. I'm not going to lie. Girl! I think it'd be a cool book. No, I'm not much of like reading mystery books themselves, but I'll watch mystery movies more than anything.
Yeah. Girl, I'll read books all the time, which is a total lie.
I read books here.
All right. The next book that is picked out is A Song of Achilles, chosen by Cody Hunt. Achilles is the best of all the Greeks, son of the cruel sea goddesses Thetis, and the legendary King Peleus is strong, swift, and beautiful, irresistible to all who have met him. Patroclus is a young, awkward prince exiled from his homeland, and after an act of shocking violence, he was brought together by chance. They forge an inseparable bond, despite risking the gods' wrath. They are trained by the centaur Chiron in the arts of war and medicine. But when the word comes that Helene of Sparta has been kidnapped, all the heroes of Greece are called upon to lay siege to Troy in her arm. Seduced by the promise of the glorious destiny, Achilles joins the cause and torn between love and fear for his friend. Patroclus follows. Little do they know that the cruel fates will test them both as never before and demand a terrible sacrifice. This book is not a series, but He absolutely loves how it's a modern retelling of Greek myth. If you love Greek myths and romance, he definitely says that he definitely recommends you reading this. I love, well, I don't know, but I like the way how this sounds. I'm not a very big Greek fan, but sounds pretty good.
I mean, it's different to read something that's not what you're usually reading into.
Yeah.
No, it's a mix of something I might read, honestly.
Kind of sounds like Percy Jackson, don't you think? Just a little bit.
I don't know.
It kind of reminds me of Percy Jackson, which I love those movies and the books. So
Maybe. The last book that was chosen and picked out is Stolen Girl by Marsha Skirpich, chosen by Lorelei Dostie. This book is about a young girl who's trying to find her identity after World War I and World War II. She was given away to a different family and tries to find her real family. Through the different perspectives of all the people, they're connected through each book. And this book is the first of its own series. Lorelei liked the details that are put into the book, and it shows how much of a mystery there is through the rest of the series. Most of Marsha's books have great detail, and if some of them... Most of Marsha's books have great detail. Lorelei recommends this book for certain people that like reading into history on World War I and World War II because of its great details and the topics that they go deep into.
honestly, I'm not a big history person. I know some people who would love this book. It does sound interesting, but I don't think I'd read it.
If it wasn't very more into with reading into history, well, I struggled there. I definitely would read it at least once.
Yeah.
Learn into it, see what more of it's about. But I think it's a good, interesting book, and I think more people should read it because it can
We do need to learn a
teach
lot
you
more.
more into history for when you're in history classes. You can learn more of it. Thanks for joining me today on The Hoard. The Hoard is a podcast developed by the DeSoto High School Broadcasting Company and distributed by DeSoto Senior High School on DNNN, DeSoto News Network. I'm Emmalee.
And I'm Gwen.
And we'll have more for The Hoard next time.
Bye. Luckily.
My brain's